Hi guys, in this lesson we are going to learn how to use Git and GitHub to track the progress of a program and save it in an online repository, making it easy to share with others. So let's start. Let's open our terminal. Let's select Command Prompt. Let's create a virtual environment, Python, -m, venv.venv. In this program we are going to use the joke API, which allows us to fetch random jokes easily. Let's activate the environment, /venv /scripts /activate. And then let's install a module, pip install request. Let's activate the virtual environment if it's not already activated in your code editor. And let's create the requirements file, pip freeze greater than requirements.txt. And now let's use Git. In my case, we are going to use Git from the command line to initialize our repository. Git init. Using Git init, we initialize our repository. But as you can see in the Explorer, all the files are marked as untracked. So now we need to add the ones we want to track. Git add main.py. As you can see, it could be a bit time consuming to add files one by one, so we have a way to do this faster by creating the .gitignore file. Everything written in this file will be ignored by Git. So first of all, let's add the _, pycache _, / new line, then the virtual environment, .venv /. Let's save the file. And as you can see, the folder with that name, in this case the .venv folder, becomes gray. It means it will not be tracked. New line, .vscode /. Let's save the file and then back to the terminal. Git add dot. Now all the files we want to keep track of have been added to Git. But we are missing one last step. And before that step, we have to do this one-time configuration to add our username, which in my case will be the same as my GitHub profile. Git config -- global user.name, double quotation marks, and your username. Git config -- global user.email, double quotation marks, and your email. Then we can proceed with the last step to create a sort of snapshot of the current state of our program. Git commit -m double quotation marks initial commit. And as you can see, everything has been done. The files are white now. Let's check git log. And as you can see, here we can find all the commit we made. And here there is just our initial commit. So let's add some code. Settings equal get underscore settings parentheses save underscore jokes parentheses settings dot get parentheses quotation marks file name comma quotation marks jokes dot csv. Comma URL. Then up here writer dot right row parentheses square brackets datetime dot now parentheses dot is a format parentheses time spec equal quotation marks seconds comma get underscore joke parentheses URL. Now let's try to run this program. It should generate a CSV with a joke downloaded using our IPA. Okay, let's check. Here's the file and here is the joke with the timestamp. As you can see, the file is green because it's not added to Git. We don't want to add this to Git, so let's add a new line on the git ignore file. Asterisk dot CSV. This way we avoid tracking all .csv files. Now let's commit again. Git commit -a make program fully functional. Save and close it. Let's check again. Git log. Press enter to scroll. You can see all the commits you made and Q to quit. Now let's make it possible to download as many jokes as we want at once. Let's open the config file. Count equal 3. Let's add count up here. Comma, count. And a loop here. For underscore in range parentheses count. Column. Let's add the parameter here, int, parentheses, settings, dot, get, parentheses, quotation marks, count, comma, 1. Comma. And now let's run it again. Let's open the CSV. And as you can see, we update 3 more jokes. So let's commit again. Git, commit, -a, add support for multiple jokes. Let's close and save. Let's check it. Git log. So all the commits we made are here. And now we have to learn how to use GitHub in order to share our program easily. So go to GitHub, click on repositories, and click new. Let's give it a name, git _ test. Let's ignore everything else and click on create repository. Then, to push our code to GitHub, copy the link from the top by clicking the copy button. Then go back to the terminal and run git remote add origin. And let's paste the link, push enter, and then git push -u origin master. Press enter. And go back to your browser and press F5 to refresh the page. And as you can see, here are all the files we wanted to keep track of and the related commits we made. Let's click on main.py to check. As you can see, it's exactly as we made it. Now let's recap. Lesson 21 - Git and GitHub. So in this lesson we learn how to use Git and many commands like init, add, config, commit, log, remote, and push. And we also learned how to create a repository on GitHub. So for this lesson it's enough. Thanks for watching and see you in the next lesson.